Hey, fellow agents. This is Agent Smith, and we are going to be continuing in Stories Untold. We'll be going into Episode 2, The Lab Conduct. So, the previous one was House Abandoned, and we had done the little thing where we're playing this game and ended up doing all this crazy stuff in there. And this one, I'm not sure what we're doing, honestly, in any of these. So, go ahead and see what this one is all about. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So far, they've been pretty creepy. The last one, man, I tell you, that made me jump a few times. Also, give a quick epilepsy warning to anybody out there. This game may have flashing lights, bright color changes, and things like that that may cause those kind of problems. So, I like how they do this opening, though. It's like an episode of Stranger Things or something every single time. Yeah, excuse me. The font's the same, especially. It's got that real 80s feel. Kudos to John McKellen on this one. On all of these.
This is subject 12/19/86/23, new session entry. We have myself, Dr. Alexander leading, assisted by Dr. Williams, and in the lab itself, our volunteer, Mr. Asian. We have artifact 23 in the chamber, recovered from crash site B. At the moment it appears inert, showing no signs of activity. Mr. Asian, instructions for each stage will come through to your terminal, and we need you to follow them exactly. Now,
follow the provided experiment brief exactly, not details. Note details.
For guides on calibration and procedure.
He's reading for me.
Calibrated equipment to match our brief. The green light will flash, allowing you to trigger the experiment. One last thing. Ensure that any equipment non-essential to the current experiment is switched off. You cannot proceed until your calibration matches ours. You ready? Let's bring this back.
Alright. Experiment 1. Internal analysis. Subject J1986 MEM is enclosed in solid outer layers. X-ray the artifact to determine its internal structure. I can't click anything, so I have to go with keyboarding. Hopefully I can do these right while I'm trying to read to you guys. So, 1. Electromagnetic spectrum set to X-ray, followed by a concentrated light laser. 3 is acoustic resonance, then a drill press, safety instructions, equipment layout. Press the key bracketed in the top menu, move between pages, tab to roll over the test chamber, over to the test chamber. At the test chamber, use the mouse cursor to select and interact. Alright, so we got electromagnetic, I can't even say the word, electromagnetic spectrum X-ray. Oh lordy, that's a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna flip that off. Let's see. Is there more manual to this than that? 1? Oh, here we go. I can actually choose once I'm in. Alright, required apparatus. Camera, monitor, set to X-ray, charge, CC86 X-ray device, TV input modes, R3, RGB, and XR. So we need to go to the TV modes, switch to XR. There we go. Part apparatus. So monitor set to X-ray, camera, charge CC86 X-ray device. Charge this. Flip on the camera. So waiting X-ray data.
Okay, good work. The X-ray is coming through now.
Alright. Hey, how you doing, Claudio?
To the surrounding organic material, no signs of activity either. All output is flatlined. Okay.
Oh, hey. What's up, Hans? How you doing? You got a different name going on. Experiment complete. Enter receive new experiment task. Next step, experiment 2. Yeah, I changed the name. Cool. Why did you change it to that one? Velocidad Oficial. What do you do on your channel now? Experiment number 2, surface reaction attempt. Demonstrate the effects of laser light on the object. Try to use a low-powered RE or red laser to begin with. And now we can go to manual. That would be 2. Hey, what's up, Cupid? I gotta keep it over on the. You guys can see each other conversing, I suppose, over on Twitch side. Excuse me, man, I can't stop coughing today. My required apparatus is gonna be the Laser 2 light generator. Set the wavelength, and the frequencies for red is gonna be 650 nanometers. The monitor needs to be switched to RGB. So, let's see, digital signal, no, Laser 2. That's down here. Power on. 650. There we go. And then we need to switch this to RGB. Think we're good?
No reaction from first stage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try high frequency.
Okay, continuing on as we go. They know as we go. Experiment 2B, the surface reaction temperature. Demonstrate the effects of the laser light on the effects using. We're going to go to manual. Higher frequency. Oh. They're talking about this thing. Maybe. Wait, let me go back. We want to go to manual 3. Acoustic resonance. Required apparatus. Signal generator. Yep. Set frequency and waveform. Amplifiers. Set gain. Amplifier display should be between 0 and 10. Square, sine, or sawtooth. Signal generator. Set frequency and waveform. Amplifier set gain. Higher frequency. Roll that shit up. Turn that gain all the way up. I like the sine wave like it is. Get that rolled up. Come on. Get moving. How high does it go? How high will it go? Doesn't give me any other information on this, right? Amplifier display just says set the gain and set frequency in a waveform. And what did he say? Oh, okay. Increase the laser energy to green. And that was on the previous page. We're gonna go back in there. Green was 510 nanometers. Let's keep rolling it up, I guess. Ooh, it's sounding dangerous. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I actually do a little bit higher ones here and there, but I like to keep it looking as good as I can, so. Watching on a 4K TV? Dang. Thanks for that. I'm actually a bit of a amateur at this. I've only been doing this since November, but I do have an understanding of like digital quality and video quality and animation stuff like that. I have a history in 3D animation, graphic design, and stuff like that from college before I joined up. And I feel as though I kind of know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, because it's set to what it needs to be. Come on now. Green. Restrict the effects of the laser light on the object. Increase the laser energy. Use the green laser. Got it to green already. We're trying to get the acoustic resonance going. Unless he just wants me to send it to green laser, in which case, turn these off. I'm all way ahead of myself. I misread that. He's still on phase 2. All I had to do was change the laser color. Look at me getting all crazy. At least that stuff will be ready for later.
Okay, we have a reaction of some sort here, a weak signal. Let's keep going. Increase again.
Alright, one more. We gotta do the blue laser. And that's 455 nanometers. Ooh. Cut through that thing, dang it. Oh, we got the heart beating.
Well, would you look at that? It seems we have a pulse. Rhythm is stable.
Ooh, creepy.
No activity registering in the core. It's possibly damaged. Let's push further.
Okay. Next. Okay, cool. He'll take me back when I need to. Test the acoustic resonance. Now we're where I need to be. Properties of the object. Begin with generating a 250 megahertz sine wave. Excuse me, 250 hertz sine wave with an amplifying gain of 1. This is episode 2 actually of this one. I'm gonna be doing 3 tomorrow. Sine wave 250. This is gonna take a minute. On. Oh yeah. Come on. Too bad I can't. I was like, I should have let that thing go way up too high. Sit back for a second. Relax as we dial it down. Dialing it down. Yeah, I've been doing yeah, it's been like I said, I've never done any of these before. This is all new to me. That last one got me jumping towards the end of it, man. I was like, oh man, the lights powered out and stuff. That actually scared me. But I do play occasionally like FPS and other games that do require a higher quality. I play PUBG here and there. I haven't done it in a while, but I did run Alien Isolation, all games like that, and those were all run as well in 1080p with 60 frames a second as well in recording. I just noticed that a few of my episodes I've been doing have been recorded in 30 frames. I didn't even realize that. Well, they recorded in 60 but downgraded to 30 when I put them up on the internet for the recorded episodes of things. I was like, man, are you serious? I only noticed it when I had to update my rendering tools, and they always reset all my settings, so I have to go back in there and put everything back to the way it was. So, and I noticed it was on 30. I was like, God dang it. I know that, like, for me, in a game, when you're playing a video game, 30 to 60 frames a second is almost imperceivable because we're not robots. But when you're looking at it on the video and watching somebody else play, it's like the most obvious thing when you see somebody, there we go. When you see somebody doing like a low frames per second. Set to 1, right? I think he said to 1. Let me go check. I believe that's what he was talking about. Begin with generating a sine wave. Oh yeah, I gotta set the sine wave. It is on sine. Why is it not ready to go? Come on. Amplified. Yeah, exactly. I enjoy watching the atmospheric stuff on there, especially if it's done right. Have it set to 1.
If you are ever unsure of what to do, reread the experiment and consult the manual. It will guide you through the operation.
I have. Test the acoustic resonance properties. Begin generating a 250 Hz sine wave with amplifier gain set to 1. And this is a sine wave. I know what I'm looking at. I deal with this stuff on a regular. So, and the amplifier is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's each notch, so I got that set as well. Maybe I need to switch the television over. Oh, nope. Not looking for all of that. Turn this one on. Okay, they didn't need the laser 2 on anymore. That's what it was. They failed to tell you that kind of stuff. Here's some frequencies put into the heart.
It's not much of a response. Updating the experiment now.
I had a game called Husk that I wanted to play. I'm thinking I might actually end up doing that after I'm done with these. I couldn't run it on my old computer, and I recently got a new one that actually is capable of handling a lot. There was a weird glitch that kept freezing the game up right at the opening sequence, so now I'm past that. I can see what I can do. Let's see, 505. Ooh, rolling it up, rolling it up. Oh, I want to see what it's about. It looks like a story about a man whose father used to be a drunk and abusive, and to him, and he dies. So the family is coming to see his funeral or something along those lines. And then there's a big train wreck, and the game crashes on me every time, almost every time. So I got to try to run it again.
Should we increase the risk of damage?
Oh yeah.
What about low T?
Oh, they don't sound sure about what they're doing here.
Okay, we're going to push further. I'm running out of time. Let's switch around.
It's probably not a problem. Probably. I'm seeing predictable phasor rays. And we have resonance cascade. Let's see. Switch to a square wave, but maintain the same thing. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, those are abrupt waves.
We're seeing good activity on this side. Seeing definite spikes in movement.
Sending some on-off keying.
Seem uncomfortable or dangerous.
Yeah, it does.
But you need to trust us and keep going.
Right, exactly. That's my biggest thing, man. I tell you, there was games I had that I couldn't run before. Like, I got into Humble Bundle specifically because the day I looked into their monthly program, they were giving away. Well, for the $12 you pay, the first game you get for free, and then you get a bunch more stuff. And which is what I give my stuff away when I get games I don't need, don't want, or already own. I give those keys away on my Patreon side. But anyway, the first game that they had on there was oh shit, what is it? That dinosaur freaking racing game that I can't think of now off the top of my head. Anyway, that was on there, but I couldn't run it on my computer. It looked like I was running something from the 1980s. It was ridiculous. So I ended up having to not play it. See, square wave, bring the waveform frequency to 1000. So we're going to continue with the same settings, increase the frequency. But I couldn't run it, so now I can, but I haven't actually gotten time to sit down and do it. The last time I played it was actually off a PlayStation 4 capture. I'm gonna break this thing. Carefully. Carefully. Oh yeah. Big mistake. Yep. Break the camera, it blew up the heart.
Full activity registering. We did it. Can you hear us?
It was I forget the name of it.
You're doing great. Now we need you to stay calm and try to relax.
Get comfortable.
Big steps.
not Dino. It's the one. God damn, I can't think of it. Ark. That's what it is. Ark. Survival Evolved. Holy crap, the one where you're taming dinosaurs and stuff like that. That game was what really pushed me to try to upgrade my computer, and just the fact that everything I was getting over time was starting to fall apart. So, alright, connection. The protective casing is off. Proceed to drill the surface. And drill press is probably just click the drill press. Yeah, Ark. Yep. Yeah, that game, when you're running it on a computer that's a potato, it looks like it was made like 10 or 15 years ago. It was very sad. But now I gotta run it and stuff, and now it's just inundated with players. It's not even worth the time. I got a lot more survival games that I enjoy out there, like Subnautica and The Forest. Stranded Deep is really a fun one. Let's see. Switch the drill on. Ensure all other equipment except for the camera and the TV are switched off. When ready, trigger the sync master. So, off, off. Then switch it on. Drill it. Messing with the phantasm ball here, man. It's not a good idea. Dude, I love Subnautica. Game scares the shit out of me, though. I have something about being underwater. It just scares the crap out of me.
And when you're ready, we'll continue.
I may be in the Navy, but being in the ocean scares the crap out of me. So I've successfully kept myself from ever going out to sea so far. See, make contact with the artifact. Open the test chamber. You can eat a bag of dicks. I ain't opening that test chamber, man. Safety instructions. That's right. Use safety goggles and gloves at all times. I hope so. Do not leave the container unattended during experimentation. If it is extremely dangerous to handle any items within the container, please ensure your next of kin is updated at HR. As per your agreement, follow all instructions exactly. What's the last one? They're showing me. Oh, shit, that would have been useful to find out where everything is. Well then, let's stupidly enough open this thing. Phantasm orb right in your face.
Stay calm.
Nope.
Fine.
Nope.
Don't be afraid.
Hey.
I'm sorry to have to do this.
I didn't mean to drill your face.
I know how difficult this must be, but you can do this.
There's your epilepsy warning, y'all. Touch it. I don't really want to. Oh, jeez. See, this is what happens when you mess with phantasm orbs. They stab you right through the face.
You're a proxy now. You have a connection to the entity's inner core.
Yeah.
It's like a conscious black box.
Transferal progress.
Look into it. The visions will translate onto the screen to be something that you can understand.
Okay.
Play out.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking orbs, man. New data connection. Oh, I gotta keep holding on. Whee! Should probably not be looking into the eye of this thing. It's got a USB port. It's got a lightning plug. You wake up in the crypod, struggling against gravity. You force yourself up. Impact into the planet's surface has torn a hole in the ship hull. Hey, man, I'm trying to read here.
Use the computer.
Yeah, I get it. Why, thank you. So anyway, impact into the planet's surface has torn a hole into the ship's hull. Poisonous atmosphere spills into your craft, and you are in grave danger. Granger, you have to get out of here. I like old school games. Craft is broken beyond repair. There's wreckage all around, and airlock doors locked tight, and the computer terminal adjacent blinks. Look at computer. The monitor blinks, demanding attention. The system looks usable. Use computer. You tap at the screen and the airlock door sputters to life, slowly opening with a horrendous noise. The ship powers down to silence, having spent the last of the reserves. Leave ship. Memory action unavailable. Command not recognized. Exit.
This organ was taken from what we think was the leader. These
Okay, so I get more.
They're not like the others. There's more detail here. Less hazy. Lean in. See what else it hides.
I'm going to give one more warning to anybody else who's watching this, but this one has a lot of flashing lights. I gave epilepsy warning at the beginning of this. I'm going to give it one more time, because every time I look at this thing, it's going to freaking flash like crazy. Ooh. Let's let this say his thing. Memory retrace. You squeeze through the damaged airlock and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle.
This is incredible.
Yeah, right. That's how computers were back in the day.
Describing the moment we found the ship. Mr. Asian, please continue.
It's like, I want to say the Apple computers used a green interface like this, possibly. I know my my Tandy 1000 was similar like that. It had when you had monitors that didn't have VGA hookups or anything like that, it was usually green because it's less nerve-wracking to your eyes, less eye damaging back then. But it was a thing. You squeeze through the damaged airlock and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. You look around to see you are surrounded by mangled metal. Bright lights pour through every gap in the surrounding wreckage. Look around. A crash site. Smoke billows from the downed ship. Exterior lights flicking on and off. Wreckage surrounds you. Looking upwards, you see unfamiliar star patterns. Okay. Look at wreckage. Wreckage surrounds you. Some of this metal will have to be moved in order to free yourself. Move metal. With every ounce of your remaining strength, you move away enough of the wreckage for you to carefully crawl through. The lights that surround you now attack your senses. Look at lights. You squint at the light, trying to shield your visor lens at the same time. It is a circle of artificial lights set up around you to illuminate the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people, all staring. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Look at figure. The silhouette is bipedal and bulky. Some sort of mask covers its face, beckons you to approach. 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 Did I not spell it right? Go to figure. There we go.
Your heart rate is elevated, but you're doing well.
Oh, it's kind of intense, man.
It's worth very few of our test subjects ever make it this far.
Well, thank you.
You should be proud of yourself.
I am. Still kind of ominous, this thing staring at me like this. Hey, buddy. Wanna look in your face now? Oh, never mind. It's not that bad. My old man had... What did you say? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Sweet IBM keyboards. Yep, that's true. Yeah, those are mechanical keyboards. You can still get mechanical keyboards nowadays that actually do that kind of a clicking noise. They're real satisfying like that. Those still exist. You could still get those. You just have to, like, they're almost like a special order type situation. We awake. The room is silent only for the quiet hum of equipment and occasional machine beep. Your touch isn't yours. We are all as one. We move together in unison. Man, I'm trying to muffle my coughs, but the microphone's still picking them up. Look around. We are in a bed, in a small and artificially lit room with a single door. There's some sort of writing pinned to the wall. Adjacent is a display monitor with wires that drape across the room into your chest.
We didn't put this
They have tortured us.
expired at the crash. Whose
So-
memories are these?
This thing, it was alive the whole time. Maybe it was a different place. Look at writing. Stuck together are a series of flat sheets with symbols across them. Some sort of writing. Read. Sheets. I probably don't understand the language. Symbols seem to indicate where on your body they had to cut. We've been butchered and maimed over and over. Okay. Get up. Get off bed. Stand. Alright. La 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 la. Wires scraped across chest. Some of it. Pull wires. Uh-oh.
What just happened? What's that alarm?
Just doing what I can. Oh shit, we're tapped into somebody else. We yank at the wires protruding from our chest. Together, we all scream in pain. This action sets off an alarm echoing loudly down the adjacent corridor. Yeah, they were. See, we are in bed still. Okay, artificial light with room adjacent to you. They're loose and now dangling. Look at monitor. The screen was blank other than a red symbol flashing in the center, registering the wires being disconnected. Stand up. Open door. There we go.
Specimen 20 is left lab 15.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Well, this is so much more entertaining than the last
It's not
one.
a memory, it's happening right now. Mr. Asian, I need you to stop what you're doing, please.
Hell no. I'm trying to get scared here. Ooh. A car wreck? Oh, please don't have something jump out of me. Okay, that's not bad. It's just a lady's face. Shoo. Wish you. Through the door, we find ourselves in an empty room with a device on the table. Looks familiar, and they don't know how it works, but this host does. The door closes behind us and a lock clamps shut. We are alone, together. Oh no, you're good, man. It doesn't bother me much. The jump scares are jump scares and stuff. The only thing that would ever pull me out was like if I actually, like, that's why for Alien Isolation it wasn't done as a live stream. I did those individually because there would be no interruptions or distractions. In that game, I had to take so many breaks. My heart, I swear, if I could hook a heart monitor up to myself, I was probably real close to heart attack range. And it wasn't even jump scares. It was pure tension. Look at table. I'm not really fully immersed, honestly, into the fear of this, considering I'm interacting with everything through a keyboard, which is kind of weird. A metal and wood table. On top, a small device taken from the ship. Look at the device. It has an access code terminal for a wide connection, allowing commanders to commandeer other hosts. Only you, we have access to these codes. It's time to use them. Use device. Ooh. Okay, arrow keys?
What is it doing?
It's using the tool we recovered from the crash site. It's in our systems. It's sending something across the network.
Am I trying to duplicate this?
Mr. Asian, please. We deeply regret what we have put you through, but please understand it was for the greater good. We had to know more.
Oh, I see it.
Catastrophic. You don't know what this might do to you in the long run.
Oh, that's not the one. I see the symbols on the left-hand side. I see some at the bottom. They're all the same symbols, but not what I'm looking for, apparently. Okay. Is it something it's supposed to have been showing me this whole time? I can't look away anymore. Can I look into this thing's eyes? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna get some freaking... I'm gonna develop epilepsy with this one. I see the last one looks like an 8. Yeah, oh no, it makes it it's very old school style. I mean, everything in here is set in 1980s. It's very much like, the Stranger Things, which is, I think, their intention. Oh, man, is that it? Those are, I cannot stare at that for too long. Oh, I can see the symbols to the left. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So the first squiggle has an 8. Okay, now I can see what I'm doing. Alright. The second one is the lines, I believe. It's hard to follow which ones they are because you can't barely see the shape. Let's see. Come on now. Okay. Believe that this one should be this. 710. Should be that one. There we go. And the last one. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy crap, that is hard to look at. I know, right? Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Got that look. And that one's the squiggles that way, so that means that I either have duplications. Okay. This one is different. There it is. Oof. Man. Oh, I let another one in.
They're converging. It's over.
Ooh-wee. Hey, buddies. I'm your new friend now. I, us, we. Hello? Oh. Oh, it's doing it again. I guess I'll look into this one. Look into my eye.
Mr. Ishin, please don't do this. We mean you.
Here's you.
We mean them no harm. Please, don't do something you'll regret. Wait.
There you go. I like how they cut these away, though, like this.
One day, Mr. Ishin, this will haunt you.
Hot schmott. I'm one with the creatures now. Well, there you guys go. That is the second episode of Stories Untold, the lab conduct, and an interesting name for it. That was actually pretty cool. A little bit of science fiction-y. Not quite as jump scary as the last one, thankfully. But that as far as I've actually, because I've kind of dabbled in seeing other people do this on YouTube's before. So Station Process and Last Session are 100% brand new to me. Following what those do, thankfully, are nice basic instructions. So, but they're definitely a fun playthrough, if not watch. So, But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. If you guys are interested in helping me out, check out patreon.com/ASRG, and your donations will help me continue doing this stuff. Maybe get newer games and maybe keep my collection of older games. But anyway, as well as be able to benefit you guys with Steam keys for the PC. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Follow on all the different medias and such. Eventually I'll get a Facebook page put up on there for myself, or for this channel anyway. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. You have a good day too, Cupid.